Continuing our look at attributes and variations in WooCommerce. Remember, for our product, we switched it to a variable product, which means it has multiple pricing. That's what the variable is. And we added an attribute in here. We added the attribute of size. And in this case, we've got extra large, medium, and small. Let's actually take out the extra large. I'm just going to remove that. Okay. And I'm going to remember to update. I always like to hit update no matter what, even though I'm continuing on here, just to make sure that I save that. Okay, so now I go to variations. All right. Here's our variations. That was interesting. It disappeared on us. Okay. Now I don't have any variations yet. I've got attributes, the different size attributes. Now I'm going to add a variation in price. Okay. So I do this. I add variation. Now, I'm going to choose medium, and medium is going to have, and let me add B8374. I'm not going to do this all the time, but just to show you, so I could do medium, make it a different SKU number. Give it a price of, let's say it's going to be $16. Okay. I could give it a different tax class, shipping class. I would add in different weights and dimensions. I won't bother doing all that right now. Okay. Now I'm going to add another variation, and this time it's for small, B8374S, and it's only $13. Change the weight, change the dimensions, all of that. And now I'm going to hit update. Okay, so what we've done is we've linked a price, basically. So we've got two variations you can see here, one for medium, one for small. Two different prices based on an attribute we added, an attribute for this particular product, which is only two sizes. Remember, I could add other sizes if I wanted. All right, so we've updated. What do we get in the end here? We get this. We get from $13, because that's the lowest price. Now we choose our option. I'm going to say I want medium. And now it's going to show me the price for medium, $16, and I could add multiple ones and so forth. Let's just put one on the cart. Now let's go to our cart and see what this looks like. There we go. So it tells me that it's medium sized, it's $16. All right? So there you go. That's how you add what are called variations pricing using different attributes. Okay? Now, there could be attributes like color, for example, which don't change the pricing. Okay, so let's go in and take a look at that. So remember now, I need to add my attributes. And it's worth doing this because if you just added it as a custom, you couldn't reuse this attribute over and over again. And color is one that you're probably going to want to use over and over again, right? So we're going to add a new attribute type, keep it on select, add the attribute. So now we have color. I go in and I configure my terms, and we're going to give it red, and we don't need any parent or slug. The slug will be added automatically. There we go. And we'll add one more just so we've got a couple right now. And there's our blue. Add new color. Okay, so now we've got blue and red. Now we're going to go back over to our products. And we're going to go over to the blue stripe bowl. We're not going to worry about exactly what the color is. Now, under attributes, notice I've got color available now. So I'm going to add color to this. Now, in this particular case, let's say I've got blue and I've got red. Remember, I could add another one here. I can add new, and I could do yellow. And that's going to add that to my possible colors for the whole of my shopping cart. But in this case, I'm not going to use it as a variation. Okay? It's visible on the product page, but it's not going to be a variable for the pricing. Okay, so that's a different kind of attribute. I know it's a bit tricky because it's a variation in a sense, isn't it? But it's not a variation on price. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still in my cart. I want to be over here under my bowls and my soup bowls. Sometimes it can get a little painful drilling down through all of these. Okay, so here it's under additional information, yellow, blue, and red. Okay. Now it's still not an option for me. Okay. Now in this case, when I choose this, it gives me a price. But I'd like to also be able to select the color, right? I've got to be able to tell the company that I want a small yellow bowl. Okay. So that's where we have to go back over to here. And this attribute here, we actually do need it to be used for variations, okay? Because variations aren't just about pricing. Okay, so I'm going to update that again. Because then we want to make sure the system knows. So that's why I always hit update. So now when we come to variations, look what I can do. Well, we're still going to have to do it as pricing, I guess. Yeah, so, okay, I'm going to add a new variation here. Okay. But this variation is going to be any size, but it's going to be blue. Okay. And the price, let's see, we're not going to change any price about it. Let's see what happens here if I add a variation. Okay. And I update this. Because, of course, color shouldn't change my pricing, right? So let's choose small, and we're going to choose blue. There we go. Okay, so this is good. I'm going to add it to my cart. View my cart. Good. So now it's telling me small and blue. Okay. So back over to here. Remember, I chose this under here under variable product. Now let's go to our variations again. So this was actually any size, any color. Okay, so we actually don't need this then. Okay. So what we said was any size, any color, and no change in price. So that's how we did it. We didn't need to choose a specific color. So now what I've basically said here is it's any color, any size. And when I update, just to refresh our memories of how this worked, we'll go back to the blue stripe bowl. So I have to choose a size. Notice size comes first because it determines price. And then I choose my color from below. I add to cart, view our cart. Now I should have a medium red. There we go. So you can have variations with a price and variations without a price, but it has to be a variation in order to show up here as a choice in your cart. So where do we go here? Rather than just down below in additional information. Okay. So that's how you do variations with attributes.